What's going on, guys? The new NHL Reverse Retro jerseys came out yesterday. I feel like everyone's been sharing their rankings, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use the tier list website for this, ranking every jersey from S to F, which of course represents best to worst. Now, starting off, guys, we have the Anaheim Ducks, so I'll show you a bigger version of that jersey. Pretty, similar to their old jerseys there with the purple and green. I do prefer the purple and green to the orange. Honestly, never really been a big fan of the orange on the Ducks jerseys, but I'm a sucker for the Mighty Ducks logo. I mean, I loved Paul Kariya wearing it. I loved the show as a kid. I think actually, yeah. I'm a big fan of the Mighty Duck logo. So I gotta give it at least a decent rating. Definitely not S tier. It's really between A and B for me. So for now, I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Maybe I'll bump it up after. Now the next one here, guys, the new Arizona Coyotes jersey. You can see they also have a lot of orange on that jersey. Definitely prefer, I think, the purple one they did. But pretty cool to see, the 2D Kachina there with the head. Also, too, I feel like the orange actually kind of fits them better because they're out in the desert. Pretty solid. You got the cactus and mountains and stuff at the bottom. I like it. It's not my favorite one. This is another one. I feel like, for me, probably between a B and A. I'm going to leave it B for now. Maybe I'll, move it around a bit. After that, we have Boston Bruins here. And right here, guys, I actually have a video for the Boston Bruins one. I really like the shoulders actually on that. The bottom of the jersey, I don't know, the kind of zigzag lines or whatever. I think it's really sharp. With the actual Bear logo, which I think is pretty cool. I like when teams switch it up, try something new, opposed to just, playing it safe, being basic. So, I like the Bear jersey there. I also like the kind of the trim on it there, the black and yellow. This one's at least B, maybe A for me. I think some people hate the Bear logo, but like I said, for me personally, it's pretty cool. And next, you guys have the Buffalo Sabres jersey. Not gonna lie, I think this one is so sick. I was always a huge fan of the goat head, and it was like the black and red jersey being worn by, Vanek, Derek Roy, Finneganov, Chris Drury, Danny Briere, those guys. And honestly, I preferred, I think, being blue and yellow because I'm a Michigan fan, so I like, the blue and yellow color scheme. Of course, it's the current colors with the old logo. I think this is kind of perfect, honestly. It's like exactly what a reverse retro should be. Current colors, old logo. For me, it's S tier, especially with the nostalgia of that logo. I think that's, one of the best jerseys by far. After that, we got the Calgary Flames jersey here. Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the bottom half of that jersey. I'm not sure if they're going for like a karate belt kind of look there or what exactly with the stripes. Don't mind the white C. I think that's actually pretty sharp there on the black. The sleeves themselves, they're okay. I definitely don't think it's the worst one, but like I said, that bottom half there is not doing it for me. So I'm gonna put the Flames jersey there in the D tier. And next up here, guys, are the Carolina Hurricanes jersey. Pretty bland, just canes across the front. The C does have the flag or whatever in it. I think it's like a hurricane warning flag if I remember right. They've also got it there in the bottom stripe. This one's not the worst, probably. I don't know. It's really not that great though either. I'm gonna put it in D for now. We'll see, how many end up being in F. Speaking of F, Chicago Blackhawks here. I don't like this one. I'm not a huge fan of the red-black color scheme. I don't know why. I've just never really liked it. You can see Chicago across the front. Pretty boring font. The stripes, I don't really know what's going on here. They got the black with the white outside, then they got the skinny white inside. The stripes just really don't make sense to me. A lot going on there on the back. Yeah, it's not doing it for me. It's super plain. It's also not even, minimalist and nice. It's somehow a plain jersey that's also doing too much. It makes no sense. So that one is F for me. And now next up here, guys, the Colorado Avalanche also has a video for their jersey. Again, I have to keep this muted because otherwise you wouldn't really be able to hear me well. So Avalanche, they're going with the old school, is that the Colorado Rockies jersey, I think? The C there. I don't mind it. I think I do like their current jerseys better, but I don't think it's terrible. You know what? I feel like the C's on the front, for me, this is actually kind of the typical C jersey. It's okay. It's not one of my favorite ones, nor is it one of my least favorite. Now, next year, guys, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. I do like the light blue as well as the star on the sleeves, but I just don't like kind of how it's put together. It gives me was it starter jerseys, I think you'd see at Walmart. It kind of gives me those vibes. At the same time, I'd rock this over the Chicago jersey for sure. So I think for this one, guys, I'm probably going to go D just because if a jersey's giving me Walmart vibes, that's probably not, the best thing. Next up here, the Dallas Stars. Okay, so we have another video. Of course, they're going with the older logo there, the darker green as well. This one's not terrible, but it's definitely not, amazing or anything like that. I think I might kind of keep the trend going here. I feel like I know where this one's going. I'm not sure why it's out of order there alphabetically, but I'm thinking D for Dallas. Again, not really my favorite or anything. I don't really like jerseys like this where the sleeves and shoulders are all one piece. Not sure why. Just never been a fan of that. After the Dallas Stars jersey, we have the Red Wings jersey. This is my favorite team. And unfortunately, it's not my favorite jersey, not even close. As I mentioned, I've been a big fan of the red-black color scheme. Just a lot of stripes like Chicago. Detroit looks to be like in simple white Arial font across the front. I know I was talking to Thrash, and he said how the back looked better, which I have to agree with, but I care a lot more about how my jersey looks from the front, and this is just not doing it for me. So, at best, it's a D, and that D would be like me being biased as a Red Wings fan. But I think the fact I am a Red Wings fan is leaving me more disappointed, so I'm probably going to put that in F, which sucks to say, but yeah, just not a huge fan of that one. Next here, guys, the Edmonton Oilers. So I'm a big fan of this. When I see this logo, I think of like Ryan Smith, Alex Hemsky, rocking the original Oil Gear logo. Now, having said that, I do think the original is nicer than this one. I like just kind of like the navy blue and gray. I feel like the orange wasn't really necessary, but you know, it does add a bit of color there. It makes it pop a bit. I think those numbers could be a lot better. Definitely, you know, not one of my least favorites. I feel like that one for me is a C, maybe a B. You know what? If I'm putting this B, then I feel like the Ducks gotta be A. Because like I said, if that logo's on a jersey, I don't think it can be less than A. It's my favorite probably logo all time in hockey. Next year, guys, we have the Florida Panthers. This one's quite different. You got the crisscross hockey stick and palm tree, the light blue there with the red and yellow. I think this is actually kind of cool. I do prefer like the Panther to this logo, but like obviously it fits the Florida vibes there, the palm tree, the sun. I think it's not too bad of a logo. I'm going to throw that one in the B as well. After 40, you have LA Kings here, rocking your classic purple and yellow with the old crown there. And I'm not going to lie, I was honestly never a huge fan of this jersey, like that logo. I don't hate it or anything, I just think, you know, a lot of people like it a lot more. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like Lakers colors or just, like that's just LA's colors, but yeah, for me, it's just kind of an average jersey. We'll say slightly above average because, you know, at least purple's like pretty unique for NHL. So another B there actually after LA with the Minnesota Wild here. So I feel like I've seen this jersey. It must have leaked or something. You got the Minnesota North Stars colors there in the green and yellow, which I think actually really fits like the Wild logo with the green trees. I kind of like actually how that looks there, like the 3D numbers. It's a clean jersey for sure. This one, am I going to go another B? I might be going with another B here. That's kind of funny. Now next up, guys, we have the Montreal Canadiens. So this one's pretty basic. Basically the Canadiens logo there on a light blue jersey. I think they're going for a bit of like the Expos feel. Now I've always been a big fan of like light blue hockey jerseys, so get some points for me in that regard. I know some people weren't a huge fan of this, but I actually like this one. Is this 5 straight Bs? Alright, now the next one here, guys, the Nashville Predators jersey. They got the old Sabertooth logo, where it's like, you know, facing them, a poster from the back. I like those numbers with like kind of the shark thing in the 2. The logo there you can see. Not my favorite logo, but this jersey, it's pretty clean. I'm thinking A here. I feel like it's a pretty sharp one. Next up, guys, New Jersey Devils here. Current logo there with the old Kansas City Scouts, I believe their team name was, colors. The red, blue, and yellow. I don't mind this. Again, like I like the concept there. It's definitely not the worst one at all. I think it's at least a D, maybe a C. C, the Colorado's looking pretty lonely there. Same color scheme here, red, blue, and yellow. Let's put it in the C. Now next up, guys, we have the New York Islanders actually bringing back the Fisherman logo. Props to them for that. I know people have wanted this for a long time. They wanted it last year. They went to just like a super basic jersey. I mean, I've always thought that was a pretty cool logo. I know some people hate it, but I thought it was kind of sick. The numbers there, does the second 2 actually get bigger? That's kind of cool, honestly. I think the Fisherman logo coming back, you gotta throw that in the A tier. After them, we have the other New York team, New York Rangers here. Lady Liberty logo, blue, red bottom. Not a huge fan of those numbers, honestly. This one isn't too bad, nor is it one of my faves. I feel like this one's probably another C for me. Now after the Rangers, guys, we have the Senators jersey. So they're using the current logo there, and the stripes you can see are different. Some huge numbers there on the sleeve and the back. They're quite fat. Not a huge fan of the numbers, honestly. The logo I do really like has always been, I think, one of my fave logos in the NHL. So this is a tough one because like their logo is also their current logo. How many points can I really give them for that? It's not an F. It's at least a D, maybe a C. I'm basically going to compare it to the Ds. And do I think it's better than those ones? I think it is. It barely makes C, though. Next up here, guys, are the Philadelphia Flyers. Okay, so this one, not a huge fan of. I've always black and orange to me just is Halloween. I mean, it's probably, you know, not fair because that's their color scheme, but that's how I look at it. Not really like the greatest shot there to show off the jersey either. A lot of white, some black and orange. Not a huge fan of the Flyers jersey, I'm not going to lie. It's a D. I've had better looks at it than what I just showed you guys. Now to the Flyers jersey, the other Pennsylvania team here, Pittsburgh Penguins, going back to the 2D retro Penguin. This is pretty sick. It gives me Lemieux vibes. Penguins there at 22. I like this one quite a bit. This is also what everyone was asking for last time when they instead released like the diagonal name jersey, which I thought was okay, not great. This one, that was what the people wanted. I think it's S tier. It's pretty sick. So I feel like right now, you know, it's actually pretty balanced with what I'm trying to do with the tier list. After that, you have the San Jose Sharks here. Going with the, I think, California Seals colors as well as font there for the Sharks. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like teal and yellow there. Sharks on the front. I do think like the San Jose Shark logo is top 5 logo in the NHL. So to go away from that just for words, I mean, I think I have to downgrade them honestly. But I think the teal and yellow is pretty cool. So it's not an F. Again, if they somehow worked in one of their Shark logos with this color scheme, it could have been an A. The fact it's just the words though, I'm going to be nice and give them a C, but kind of like the Sens, it's close honestly. Now after that, guys, with the Seattle Kraken here. So a lot of teal on this one, bit of navy blue. Of course, it's only their second year in the league. So this is basically an alternate jersey, not a reverse retro. For some reason, like the stripes on this one actually work. Maybe because it's just like one big one in the middle, so it's not like distracting or whatever. And then you got like the rest of the stripes down below. I actually think it's a pretty solid jersey. For me, it's at least B tier. Is it A tier? I don't think so. I'm gonna go B tier there for the Kraken. After that, you got the St. Louis Blues here, so a lot of yellow there. The note behind the St. Louis Blues, a lot of stripes there, the blue and white. This one, I mean, it tried to do something cool. It didn't quite hit the mark for me, but it's not too bad of a jersey. There's a lot going on. I'm going to go C for that one. And on next, you guys got the Tampa Bay Lightning with their older logo. I've always thought, like, Lightning logos were sick. Like, I like the Tampa Bay logo. I like the San Diego Chargers logo. I also, too, like the waves there at the bottom of the jersey. And it looks like they got raindrops there as well. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Like, you know, painting a scene with the logo. You can see the numbers there, all like lightning. That's pretty sick. The numbers there, wave on the back, lightning bolts on the sleeve. I bet you some people hate this one. I actually think this one is pretty cool. Now, it might have went a little overboard with like, you know, the gold there on the sleeves. I feel like that just takes away from it a bit. Like the color scheme was there. They maybe made that blue or gray. So it's close to an S, but I'm going to have to go A there for Tampa. Now, next up, guys, we have Toronto Maple Leafs. So they kind of just got like a more classic looking Maple Leaf logo. The double stripes still. This one's clean. I don't think I can give it an S, but like this is a clean jersey. It's tough because like, you know, the Red Wings, the Maple Leafs, all those original 6 teams. I feel like maybe they could have done something, you know, a little bit bolder, a little bit cooler. I will say I actually really like the Bieber black and blue Maple Leafs jersey. The yellow-black one, I'm not so sure about. The one that he actually ripped me off on. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to put Leafs here in B. I guess it makes sense. Most of the jerseys would be B. It's like slightly above average, but nothing crazy. After that, you got the Vancouver Canucks. I forget this guy's name. Johnny Canuck. Back there on the logo. The blue and the green. Again, I like when the teams, you know, use a retro logo like this. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm actually a pretty big fan of this one. I also like the numbers below the shoulder. I feel like a lot of people don't like that, but just gives it kind of like a retro feel. I think it's sick with the laces. Not going to be S tier for me, but it is A tier. After that, guys, you got the Vegas Golden Knights. So I was hoping for a video on this one because it looks pretty plain there with like the diagonal letters or whatever. Of course, they're kind of sparkly gold stripes, but the jersey actually glows in the dark. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. All right, guys, so on the Vegas Twitter here, you can see the new jersey. Again, they got the diagonal letters, like I was saying, kind of sparkly gold. You can see the numbers too on the back there, different twos. But look at that, lights up blue. I actually think that's kind of dope in the dark. Looks like it's. Is it also, how does that work? It's green and then it's light blue. I'm not sure how it goes from green to light blue. Maybe how dark it is or something. But like Vegas obviously has like the lights on all the time. Even when it's pitch black out, middle of the night in Vegas, the city's glowing. So like it actually fits thematically. The fact that it like glows up light blue too. The logo as well. Okay, it's like green outline with the light blue inside. I think that's super, super cool. I've seen some people hating on it, but like this has to be the most creative jersey here. Like one that glows in the dark. It fits their city. Somebody's gonna hate that, but I mean, come on, it's reverse retro, it's supposed to be fun. It's just a very, very cool concept. After that, the Washington Capitals. I've always loved this eagle logo. Of course, you know, we all know Ovi wearing that. The numbers I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, still, the Eagle logo is sick. The gold there with the blue. It's a sharp jersey. I feel like I can probably, you know, get over the numbers on the back. The numbers on the side, I think, are what they should use on the back. It's still a sick enough jersey from the front. It's going to go S tier as well. And then finally, guys, we have the Winnipeg Jets here. Classic Jets logo there. No red on this one, though. Just light blue and dark blue. Kind of bigger stripes there. Pretty simple numbers. It's a solid jersey. Nothing crazy. Nothing terrible. Do I go with another one in B? I think I do. Is this my final, like, you know, tier list here? Is there anybody I'd like to move? You know what, guys? I'm going to make 2 changes just because I feel like we have too many jerseys in the B tier. That Florida jersey, like I was saying, it really popped, so I'm going to put it A. I'm, like, looking at all the ones in the B. It's the one that's, like, standing out the most to me. It looks the coolest. And you know what? The logo's kind of growing on me, honestly. I got to, like, move Mighty Ducks here to the front for my OCT. And then I'm also going to drop the Leafs by 1. I think, you know what? They just played it too safe. No color change at all. It's not, the logo's not that much different than the current one. It's clean enough though that, like, you know, it's C. It's not like that bad or anything. So there's my final rankings, guys. Obviously, everyone watching is going to disagree. I doubt a single one of you watching is going to agree with all 32 of my picks. If you do, like, let me know. Maybe you're like my long lost brother or something. But there you have it, guys, for the rankings. Again, that S tier: Buffalo, Islanders, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Capitals. When I seen them all, those are the ones that stood out to me the most for sure. And then again, the Mighty Ducks logo I love. I really like what the Lightning was trying to do. The A tier, those make sense to me, and definitely Chicago and Detroit, they're very similar. I think the fact that they're so similar, like, honestly even makes it worse. Like, if only one of those existed, at least for Detroit's sake, it might have helped them out, maybe get them the D tier, but then, like, you see the fact that they're just, like, carbon copies of each other, it makes it worse. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with those rankings there. Just quickly here, I'm curious to see, like, community ranks, where people... Okay, so this is the average rankings for the community. LA Kings, I knew would be higher. I'm different in, like, not thinking it's amazing. I think it's good, but not great. Buffalo, everyone agrees on. Boston and Mighty Ducks, S. So I just had them in A, slightly low. Again, Mighty Ducks for me, they made the purple-green one slightly worse, so it's tough for me to leave it S. The Boston one I think is fair. Yeah, I had that S, Dallas is quite high. Okay. I think the bottom one, for the most part, makes sense. I knew I was like one of the few that think the Vegas jersey is actually really, really cool. So yeah, I think my rankings there were pretty close to the community average. But that's going to do it, guys, for this video. If you guys can, leave a comment down below. Let me know which of these reverse retro jerseys was your favorite. And as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.